Hi, I'm E.B. Chester with Chester's Harley Davidson, and I've just had an experience that probably is one of the most profound experiences I'll ever have in my life. I raced from Key West, Florida to Houma, Alaska, along with about 700 of my kindred spirits to see who could get there first. I mean, it was truly a race. We went day and night, very high speeds, mostly on back roads, and just had a phenomenal time along the way. We're here today, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of an overview of the route, and then I'm gonna talk to you about how the race was organized and how the route was ridden and the experience we had, and try to go through some of the detail, because some of the detail is so phenomenal you just won't believe it. If you'll focus on the map a little bit, we left Key West, Florida on June the 20th, and the guidelines of the race were you had to show up in Homer, Alaska on the other end by July the 3rd. We raced about 9,100 miles over about 12. We got there in 12 and a half days. We got there on July the 2nd. We were quite fortunate. Out of the 700 or so starters in Key West, about 250 got to the finish line. We got there and were number 115 and 116 by the amount of bodies that showed up. If you really go into the details, many of those in front of us may or may not have ridden the correct route, and I'm going to talk about how that evolved as we go along. You had to ride a route, you had to ride it with checkpoints, you had to show up at every little place, keep your gas receipts, keep your toll receipts for toll bridges, so that at the end you could prove you had really done this. It's a compelling story, at least in my life, and I'm here today and going to share it with you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did riding it.